Hello, welcome back to the Petals White Society. My name is Brill. Let's talk about how to enhance your feminine energy. And I think what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go beyond just dancing and communicating with other women. Let's talk about what you can do if you're currently in your feminine energy and you have done the work. How do you enhance that? If you want to enhance your feminine energy, one of the things you have to get away from is making your feminine energy performative. Stop trying to perform. Stop trying to do the most to be. Try to figure out, why do you feel the need to go into rooms and pretend or perform or to be? What is holding you back from actually being in your body and being present? What's stopping you from being present so that you can enhance your feminine energy? Micromanaging femininity. One of the things that we're going to have to get so far away from is trying to micromanage our femininity. Stop trying to not only just show up at a specific date or a specific place and be feminine. Stop trying to micromanage it and basically rejecting its presence. When you micromanage femininity, a lot of times what's happening is you're rejecting the presence of feminine energy. The thing is, you're blocking the flow. You're not fluid. You're not present in the moment. And the thing is, and I think when you think about performative femininity, it goes right along with hand in hand with micromanaging your femininity, trying to show up in certain places as feminine, trying to go on dates as feminine, trying to be seen or known as feminine. And you see this all over social media. Everybody wants that title of being feminine, but a lot of times what's happening is you're seeing a big push of performing and micromanaging, trying to figure out, am I showing up as feminine? Trying to, and the thing is, when you have to ask yourself these multitude of questions, this pushes you out of flow and presence. And when you're out of flow and presence, you're out of acknowledging how you feel. You're out of your being in your body. Pushes you more into your masculine energy. So maybe you might have started out in a good place of that feminine energy where you're present, you're in flow, you're in tune, you're acknowledging your feelings and emotions. But then you start getting in your head and you start thinking about, am I really feminine? Am I showing up as feminine? Is this feminine? And this is what happens when we have relied too long on performing, and then we start trying to micromanage our feminine energy. This pushes us out of flow and being present and being in our bodies. One of the things that we have to do as feminine energy beings, we have to stop taking on titles that don't feel good. One of the things that I have done personally, as you can see on social media, if you have been with me a long time, hey, Pedestal Wives, if you've been rocking with me for a long time, you know at one point I used to go by Braille, the relationship mentor. The reason why I dropped it because the title didn't feel good. The title made me feel as though I was boxed in. And feminine energy is very fluid, very present, in the moment. And when you feel like you're confined, you feel like the space is getting smaller and smaller. And with the title, and with that title specifically, I felt like I could only say certain things, I could only do certain things, and I knew that would limit my flow and my ability to flow and be present in my body and my ability to speak from my core versus speaking just from my head. And I wanted both options for me. I didn't want to be stuck in my head talking to my audience. I want the ability to bring in inner work. I want the ability to bring in healing. And I feel like titles confined me. And that's the thing with feminine energy. Remember, I said in one video prior that words mean something. Words mean something because they have so much power, and we don't recognize that they mean something. So we take on words that maybe we should have retired. We take on titles that don't mean what they need to mean to us because it knocks us out of our being present and in flow and in our bodies. And you don't want to do that with feminine energy. Feminine energy is really chaotic. It is in flow. It is being present. There is no cage that you should be. When you're thinking of feminine energy, you should never think of a cage. And that's what some titles mean. And women haven't really, they don't have a deep understanding of this. So they take on titles, they take on roles that really don't resonate with them. And when they do this, it cages them, and they're wondering why they feel caged. Why do they feel like they don't have any choices? Why they don't feel like they can't go any further? If you were to think about this, is the reason why I don't feel that the title of girlfriend has any meaning. It's a cage with no status. It's a cage that limits you and prevents you. So that's the reason why I don't believe in it. Because to me, titles, words, they mean something. And we need to get back to our feminine core when we have an understanding of these things, and we will no longer take on titles that cage us, and we will no longer use words that curse us. So stop running around like a chicken with your head cut off. And I remember my grandmother used to say this all the time. And I would be like, what does she mean by that? Now, the older I get, the wiser I get, the more understanding that I have of that. The thing is, when you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, you don't have a sense of safety and security. And see, these things are essential to enhancing feminine energy. This is the reason why, if you're in that place now, you're currently dating, get those two things under control. Because even if you're in your feminine energy, to actually be in your feminine energy, to be present in your body, to be intuitive, you need to have a sense of safety and security. That means you have to have financial security. You have to be in an environment that's safe for you. You need to be taking care of those things first before you're dating. And I know this probably go against the grain and go against the advice that's currently out there, because a lot of the advice out there where it doesn't matter. I think it matters on the level of, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be wealthy, but you do have to have a sense of security and safety to be able to influence and flow with that feminine energy and to enhance it. You need to have that and be able to bring that to yourself before you can get into a relationship. Because when you don't have that, you don't have that safety, you don't have that security, you tend to stay longer than you should. So stop running around like a chicken with his head cut off, because you should be getting your ish together and be secure and safe. And this will enhance your feminine energy, because there's a sense of stability. You're bringing that sense of stability to yourself, that sense of belonging to yourself, that safety and security to yourself. Kill your ego. Ladies, you do not know how your ego is the biggest deterrent to you leveling up and enhancing your feminine energy. A lot of women do not realize that they have a big ego. Do not get it mistaken that women have just as big of ego as men. The thing is, when you have a big ego, when you have not killed that ego, it's like walking around with blinders on and walking around blind to the things that are going on internally, walking around blind to the things that could help your life, walking around blind to the things that can enhance you and pedalize you. There are things that could happen for you, but you're walking around with blinders on because you have such a big ego. Stop walking around with this facade, this shield of, I don't need anybody. No one can do anything to help me or assist me. No one knows more than I do. Walking around with this big ego is killing your feminine energy. It's killing your ability to connect. It's killing your ability to communicate. It's killing your ability to enhance your feminine energy. So kill your ego and you can enhance your feminine energy. Hopefully, these tips have been helpful to you and enhance your feminine energy. And I will see you on the next one. Make sure you take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you like this type of content, we have to let the algorithm know that we're here. So like the video, subscribe to the content, and I'll see you on the next one. You have a good day. Bye.